Have you ever looked at a world leader on TV and wondered, is that really them? Well, today on The Explainer, we're diving headfirst into one of the internet's wildest and most persistent theories, that Vladimir Putin has a secret squad of body doubles. It's a crazy story, full of stand-ins, secret suitcases, and a ton of speculation.
So let's just jump right in with this quote because it perfectly sums up the vibe online right now. After a supposed meeting in Alaska, this is what one user commented. And this idea of a jovial Putin, this sort of cheerful, expendable stand-in, just took off. It added a whole new kind of funny layer to a very old theory.
And this whole jovial Putin idea is really the perfect place for us to start. Because while it sounds like a new internet meme, it's actually just the latest chapter in a conspiracy saga that's been going on for decades.
Okay, so here's the specific claim that's been making the rounds. The theory goes that for a meeting with Donald Trump in Alaska, the real Vladimir Putin stayed home. Instead, they sent a lookalike, one who was maybe a little too happy, a little too cheerful, which is how he earned that nickname, Jovial Putin.
But this idea of a stand-in is not new, not by a long shot. To really get what's going on with Jovial Putin, you got to look back at the history, because people have been talking about presidential doppelgangers for a very, very long time.
Yeah, long before anyone was cracking jokes about Jovial Putin, people were already squinting at their screens asking questions. This is way more than just a passing internet trend. It's a really deep-rooted conspiracy theory with a surprisingly detailed backstory.
I mean, the dedication here is kinda incredible. There's a whole Wikipedia page just for tracking alleged Putin lookalikes. The theories get really specific, with claims that these doubles have had cosmetic surgery to look even more like him. But the main reason for all this, the #1 theory, is that the doubles are being used to hide the president's supposedly failing health from the world.
And this number right here is a huge piece of the puzzle for the theorists. Putin is 72 years old. So now, any public sign of weakness, any change in his appearance, it just fuels the fire. It feeds right into the idea that they're using a stand-in to project this image of strength. All right, so beyond all the general talk, it's the specific and, let's be honest, often bizarre pieces of evidence that really give these theories legs. And one of the weirdest ones involves a certain mysterious suitcase.
This brings us to a visit to Mariupol in 2023 that basically sent online detectives into a frenzy. Outlets like Business Insider, citing a piece from the Wall Street Journal, reported on this intense speculation that the guy seen walking the streets, well, that he wasn't Putin at all, but a body double.
Every single detail gets put under a microscope. Observers, with claims getting picked up by places like the Daily Mail, point to what they say are signs of poor health. Things like unsteady legs, a puffy or swollen face, and reports of frequent meetings with cancer doctors. For the believers, these are all clues that the real Putin is sick.
But it isn't just about how he looks or how he walks. No, there's another, much stranger piece of so-called evidence that has become this stuff of legend in these circles, which all leads to the question, what in the world is going on with that mysterious suitcase?
Okay, I know, it sounds absolutely wild, but this is a real theory. People claim that a special suitcase is carried around by Putin's security team to collect his waste. Why? The idea is to stop foreign spies from getting their hands on it and running tests to figure out the state of his health. And this exact suitcase was rumored to have been at that Alaska summit, with the news agency INI even circulating a video speculating about it.
All right, we have been deep down the conspiracy rabbit hole. So now, to be fair, we have to pull back and look at the other side of this. What does the Russian government itself have to say about all these claims?
And this right here is the fundamental problem. On one side, you've got years of these rumors getting more and more intense, body doubles, secret illnesses, and on the other side, the Kremlin's response has been the same every single time. They've consistently called it all nonsense and completely baseless.
So what you end up with is this total impasse. The official denials almost seem to act like gasoline on the fire. For the people who believe these theories, the Kremlin's saying no doesn't stop the speculation at all. If anything, they see it as proof of a cover-up, and the theories just evolve and get even louder. All of which brings us right back to where we started, with that one provocative question that keeps fueling so many of these online debates. Was the man in Alaska the real leader of Russia, or was he, as some people claim, just another carefully prepared stand-in? For now, it seems the answer really just depends on who you want to believe.